Hey guys, Thomas Beerman here. I'm an IT and marketing consultant for the real estate investor and wholesaler industry. I have over 20 years experience in IT and marketing. I'm a Microsoft certified systems engineer and a lot of experience with the wholesaling and investor businesses and automating a lot of the processes and such, so you can really scale your business. Today I want to show you guys Pipedrive. This is a complete game changer if you're a real estate investor or wholesaler. We've tested all these other CRM softwares and different ways to manage both your leads and deals, all the way from a new lead right to funding. Let me just get right into it and give you guys a brief overview. I'm going to put a link in the description here as well. This is something you can try right away. I can give you a 30-day trial on this. There'll be a link in the description where you can try it out. I guarantee you've never seen anything like it when it comes to running your business, your investing or wholesaling business. So this is the main screen of Pipedrive. This is a pipeline activity-based sales CRM pipeline. You can manage absolutely your entire business from this main screen. So let me show you how it works. We have this is our pipeline here. You see on the left we have lead in, and these are the different phases of the lead. It's a new lead. It moves to you've contacted them. You've got the property information. Now it's ready for evaluation. Then you're ready to make the offer. Then you've made the offer. Then you've actually sent the physical contract over, and you have it under contract. Boom. That's where we want to get. We want to get these properties all moved over to the right. So this is the main window. And then we have, this is a deal. Let me show you what a deal. A deal is basically a property file. Now, as you can see, let me show you the history on this property here. Let me create a new one. It might be easier. Let's say we got a phone call, and from one of our mailers. Let's see, Miriam and Gonzalez, and here the deal title. We put the property address 4222 Park Street, Hollywood, Florida 33020. Lead source was direct mail postcard. Oh, we've just added a deal. We've added a property to our system while I'm on the phone with the person. So contact made. You can also have your web leads. If you have web forms, use OnCarrot. Any type of a web form can be integrated in here. So it'll immediately pop into here. You'll see you have a new lead. So everything, all the deals in this column here, obviously you have to get a hold of them. You want to get a form fill, as we call it here, which is the property information. Once you have all the property information, contact is made. We like this column here because sometimes you don't get all the property information. You might have to get back to them on something before you're ready to do the full comping and evaluation process. So let's go back into the deal. And let's say I'm on the phone with them. I'm going to get all the property info: 3-2 pool, 2-car garage, roof is good, 2 years old, AC, new, rented, tenant, lease until August 30th. Let's see, tenant pays all utilities. Reason for selling, relocating due to job, moving to New York. As you can see, you can put everything in here. So this is your main deal screen. You've got the address here. You can see the stage it's in, contact made. This is the person, the seller associated with the deal. You can add their email address here. And all the notes. So we've got the property notes. You can also pin this note to the top of the file. Now, you can also add later later on, if there was another, maybe there was a realtor involved in this, you can add a second person, a second contact here. You can also, take notes. So basically in this file, we keep everything, every piece of information associated to this property in this file. It's so easy. You just type the notes in here. Let's say I spoke with owner, um, can view on Monday. All right, so just keep it keeps a history of everything to do with this property from the time it came in as a new lead right up until the time we got the contract, and then further even beyond that until when we go to sell it to our end buyer, and then also through the stages of the funding process all the way through to the closing and funding. I'll show you that now. So the other thing you can do here with this is obviously there's the notes I showed you, and you can also add an activity. Let's say I have to call them back tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Follow up. Maybe they needed to talk to family. Need to talk to husband, okay? And now this is when I save this activity, you can see you can save different types of activities. Maybe you schedule a meeting, a task, maybe I have to draw up a contract, call a realtor, call a title company, a deadline, send an email. So this will remind me also in my activities list, my to-do list, you'll see that I have to call this person tomorrow. So I can see all my activities here as well. I'm looking at the deal screen. I can see my entire business at a snapshot here, what stage each deal is at. So let me continue walking through this one. Bring it through all the phases. Okay, so we've scheduled an activity. So now I finally got I found out what they're asking for. I've got all the property info. So it's ready for evaluation. This means, it's ready to be comped, and we're ready to come up with an offer to make them an offer. So if you get, you guys are doing mailers and different things, this is going to fill up. You're going to have a lot of leads. You're going to have ones that you've contacted but still need more info. Then you're going to have several that you need to comp and come up with an offer for them in this column. And then once it's ready to make the offer, we move it here. Again, you might have to call them a few times to get a hold of them to actually make the offer. So it may stay here for a day or two. And so again, we could, let's say, let me go back here. We did the evaluation. You can put your comps in here under notes. Comp 1, address, 200K, comp 2, address. You can paste things in here too from the MLS or wherever you get your comps from. I can upload pictures in here as well if they sent me pictures, or I got pictures from the internet. Here we go. Let's add these 3 pictures in here. Boom. Let's say the property was vacant and on a lockbox. I can put my lockbox code in here. And I might want to pin that one to the top of the file. So if anyone calls in, wants to see it, the information is right here. Here's the property info and here's the lockbox code. So as you can see, every single piece of information related to this, every contact related to it, every call that's been made, every contact. So it keeps a full history on the property, all related documents. So ready for evaluation, ready to make offer. Now let's say I've made the offer. Need to have lawyer or need to think about it. Okay, so I want to schedule an activity to follow up with them tomorrow. Follow up on the offer. Let's start here, July 1st, 1:30 p.m. I want to call them back and see if we can get them to agree on our numbers. So offer is made now. So I can move it here into the offer made negotiating phase. So now you see we have, and again, when this fills up, you're going to have several that you've comped already. You're ready to call them. You're ready to get a hold of them, make them the offer. As soon as you do, you put it in offer made negotiating. Once you get them to verbally agree, Then we're going to, we need to draw up the contract. We agreed upon, this is too short. I'm going to have to split this video into two parts. I just realized I have a 15-minute timer max here, so this will be part one, guys. All right, so we agreed on 225K and need to send contract. Okay, I can add an activity for myself. All right, you can mark your activities as done here. Also follow it up. When you do mark something as followed up, it's going to want you to schedule the next activity on this file. You never want to have, this is how you get more deals with this system, because you always want to have another activity scheduled for every deal. You don't want deals just sitting there. There's always something to be done on a deal that's going to get you closer to this being a funded deal. So no matter what it is, you always want to have an activity scheduled. If you stay on top of your activities, you're going to get more funded deals. That's just the name of the game. So that's what's so great about this system, is it shows you this asterisk here means I have nothing scheduled for this deal. The green means I have a scheduled activity today. I can, if I make a schedule one on this one for an activity for a couple of days from now, it's going to be gray. Okay, let me refresh the screen. It's red is overdue. Nothing scheduled. There we go. So let me get back to this one deal. Contract is sent. We're awaiting response. Now, as you know, sometimes you'll send a contract. They have to review it. They haven't signed it yet. It's going to stay in this column for until we get the contract back. Sometimes you have to follow up several times. I'm still talking to my husband about it. You know, what can we do to get this signed? So once you get it signed, we then move it to this phase, which is the under contract prep for marketing phase. So now we have a locked up contract. We have this property under contract. Now we want to go and market it to our buyers. So we'll go into this. And also let me add the contract here, so you can upload files in here as well. Okay, so like I said, when we have a contract, we can also put that in here. So we have all documents. We have every little piece of information on this file right from the start, from the first time the lead came in, you know, all the way to the point, all the notes of every call, any property, any contacts, any information. We have the actual contracts in there, PDFs. We have the pictures. You can view the pictures, view the documents. You can also send, you know, emails through here. I like to just, you can also set up email templates, like introduce yourself, here's my contact info email. You can, you know, shoot them that template while you're on the phone. So every email related to this deal will also be in this file. Now, when you get busy, you have this whole screen full of different properties all at different stages, but you can see at what stage what needs to be done next on every property just by looking at this screen. The other beautiful feature here, and you can go to your email right here. You don't have to jump around to another app. You can have your Gmail or whatever email you use come right in here. You can look up people, contacts, organizations, every contact that you have in your system, and your scheduled activities. If you have multiple people in your organization, you can see other people's activities. And when you add an activity, if you need someone else to call this person, you can schedule an activity for another person and assign it to someone else in your office. The other beautiful part here is someone calls in. All I have to do is ask them, what property are you calling about? 123 44th Street. Okay, here it is. Or you can search for a name, or, you know, anything on the information. It's going to pull it up right here, even anything in that file. And boom, now you have all the information at your fingertips. You can take notes on the call. You know, owner called, and leave messages. Okay, I'm going to continue this in the second video.